Factor influencing the location of industries. There are geographical factors and there are non-geographical factors. Geographical factors are the raw material, jute industry in Bengal because of the raw material, cotton textile industry in Maharashtra and Gujarat because of the raw material. See, what is footloose industry? Footloose industries are those industries which are not directly dependent or not directly related with the presence of raw material. Because of the advancement in the civilization or the development in the technology or the processing methods, these days we have these electronics and watch industries which are not weight losing industries. So they are more of a customer driven market. So in search of the customers, they go to the big cities away from this or irrespective of the natural resources or the raw material that has been involved. Such kind of industry, location of the industry, irrespective of the raw materials, are known as footloose industries. Okay. Power, see, iron and steel, coal, all this, just read it. But see, one important point. Industrial development in the South India happened late as compared to the North Indian region. One of the main reasons was Gondwana coal in this Chotanagpur region, you all know. Industry came up in this, all those are northern regions because availability of coal. But on the other hand, the availability of coal was not much on the southern part of India. Newly coal, that is later happenings. Okay. But initially the coal reserves were found in North India, but not in the south. That was one of the constraints. Means, see, these are factors. No? So, power factor determined the late arrival of industry or the development of industry on the southern part of peninsula. Southern part of peninsula were able to develop the industry only after capitalizing or utilizing the hydropower development. Okay. In southern India, the industry development took place with the development of hydropower plant. These are other factors. Non-geographical factors. Okay, oil refinery in Mathura because no oil reserves, but what is the reason? Okay, you will just know that. Industrial inertia, you know this term? Do I need to explain this? Suppose, for example, there is an industry, but that industry has been, shut down. There is some infrastructure, but completely shut down because of many other reasons. Maybe because of lack of raw material, because of demand, something like that. But once that industry was there in that particular location, it has built up its infrastructure. Maybe the banking system, maybe the road system, maybe the railway system. So, in spite of losing the initial advantages or the initial factors, why the industry established it in the first place, in spite of losing all those factors, industry used to establish at that particular place in order to capitalize or leverage on the existing infrastructure and other aspect, maybe market or any other aspects. Okay, those are known as industrial inertia. Okay. See, sir, time is up. I have some more. What should I do now?
How many minutes will you require?
Shall I extend for 5-10 minutes? Okay. Jute industry. I am not going into cotton industry because it has been asked last time. Jute industry. See, this you just read, okay? These are the regions you just read. What are the problems of Indian jute industry? This is important because there is a recent issue in this. India banned the import of used jute bag from Nepal and Bangladesh. Why? That you know in your current affair this one. You just go and read, okay? There is a issue. There is a very important issue that is going on here. Please. Raw jute still falls short of our current requirement. High input cost. Why? Because see, input cost, we cannot meet our requirement, so we import raw jute. and that increases the input cost of our jute industry. That is why it is not becoming competitive in international market. That is why it is becoming a sick sector, because even the workers, they demand more wages, but since your input cost is very high, and also at the same time, while during the partition of India, the best region of growing jute went into Bangladesh. And industries, but on the other hand, the machinery stays in India. Now what happened is, after independence, the Bangladesh government, they have installed new machines, modern machines. Those machines are more efficient, more modern, they consume less power, efficiency level is high, quality product they produce. On the other hand, in the Indian side, it's a very old machine, consume more power, the efficiency is low, the product quality is much less. So we cannot compete with Bangladesh in this jute in international market. Those are the factors, okay? High input costs. Newly established mill in Bangladesh are more advanced, okay? Way forward is more area under jute cultivation, replacing of all absolute machinery with the new. Woolen textile, just go through, okay? Will you just go through this slide? Please go through, okay? See, cement industry, one of the best. If they ask a question about cement industry, it will be one of the easiest. You have this Windian range. For cement, you need a limestone. Where you find a limestone in Windian range? So what happened is, see, Rajasthan, all this, it's a human-made geography, okay? But nature-wise, it's a Windian range. And as a geography student, you need to go for more of a physical aspect. So there is a Windian range, covers many states, Gujarat, Rajasthan, MP. So 90% of cement industry you will find from this region to this region. There are other factors, but one of the main factors, see, location based on limestone deposit, Windian ranges, running from eastern Rajasthan to Jharkhand. Bulk, those are other things. Okay, please. Paper industry, I already told you. Despite availability of soft food in Himalayan region, see, Himalayan region, plenty of natural resources. Why lack of paper mill there? Yes? Yeah, again, please.
Lack of connectivity.
Yes. Yeah, see, all those are the reasons. Okay, see, one of the main reason is the terrain. See, the wood has to be cut, brought to the industry. How it can come? If you cut, what carpet is that? Aladdin carpet? You put in Aladdin, it goes. Huh? It doesn't fly. Actually, the wood doesn't fly. It needs a transportation route. Okay. So, because of terrain, it is. Second point is environmental issue. That is very important. But environmental issues in entire India, not only in Himalayan region, entire India. Because if you cut one, there will be 10 activists that will be running down in Jantar Mantar in Delhi. Okay. So those are factors. And see, problem C, all those. Okay. See, industrial regions, you just go through. I have tried to, actually I tried to explain this. That's why I just gave you in a bullet point. But anyway, if you don't, it's very easy, huh? Hugli, please, Plantation. These are industrial regions. Vishakhapatnam, Guntur, Gurgaon, Delhi, Meerut, Kollam, Chotanagpur. This I'll explain tomorrow. Sir, shall I wind up then?
No.
Okay. Thank you so much for your patience. See, yesterday I told you, when we talk about natural resources, the question that will be asked in the UPSC is a little bit of futuristic. Why I am saying futuristic? Because last time there was a question about shell case availability in India, the potential, the significance, the limitations and everything. So, natural resources side, that is very important. Today we will try to cover what is CPM, coal bed methane, because this is very significant. India already has into this field, okay, but there are enormous amount of opportunity which needs to be tapped. So See, the exploration of coal, petroleum, it is age-old practice. But these are the new trends that are happening in the energy sector. So this kind of question can be asked in many different fashion. One is about energy security of India. Other is about the resource utilization potential of our country. Carbon-based methane is nothing but it is a form of natural gas extracted from coal base. Okay, these all are the other name of CPM. It may be a coal-based gas, coal seam gas, coal mine methane. It's all the same thing. How it has occurred? The thing is, there are two terms which you need to understand. One is absorption. It starts by AB. Absorption. That is AB. Absorption means which sucks. Okay, the substance that is absorbing sucks the other substance. Okay, that is absorption. The other term is The other term is AD, absorption. That is the substance. Say for example, this is a substance. This is sucking this, but it is not going to absorb inside, but it is going to remain in the surface. Okay, this is called absorption. What is CPM? CPM is nothing but there is a coal, COAL. Because of the water pressure and other dynamics that goes inside during the process of qualification. Process of qualification is the stages through how a natural vegetation put inside the air under extensive temperature and pressure turns into coal. The entire process is known as qualification. During the process of qualification, because of the water pressure and other dynamics, the methane gas was formed in the first place, and on the other stages, it remains in the surface through the process of absorption, AD. Okay, that is what is called carbon-based methane. Okay, that is where it is formed in India. Any place where there is a formation of coal, you find CPM. So in a Gondwana coal deposit, you will find CPM. I'll just read through, okay, this one. These are very simple terms. Carbon-based methane is a natural gas with high concentration of methane. It is produced during the process of qualification, and due to very high pressure conditions, produced CPM gets trapped and stays absorbed, AD, on the internal surface of the coal matrix. Clear? Coal-based methane is distinct from a typical sandstone or other conventional gas reservoir. It's the same thing, okay? Now, this is how it is formed. These are coal, this brown color, and the other substance that you can see, like a honeycomb, it's a CPM, okay? Now, see, these are the regions. These are gold fields of India. This is Gondwana, northeast here. Okay? Everywhere you will find coal-based methane. Now, the significance of coal-based methane is, the first thing is, even its ventilation to atmosphere adds greenhouse gas causing global warming. We all know. We all know methane actually, more than carbon dioxide, CO2, methane is more dangerous. You have studied this in environment. So, by releasing it to the atmosphere, because while going for, while exploring the coal, it is, you cannot suppress this or transfer it to other place. It gets automatically released in the atmosphere. So while it releases in the atmosphere, it causes a global warming. And if we can use, suppose for example, methane is a fuel, we know, and if we can use this efficiently, then what will happen? It becomes a very efficient fuel. So by turning it into an environmental hazard, into some useful substance, it becomes very important. The exploration of CPM becomes very, very important in energy related concern, at the same time environmental related issues. The other advantage are, it is a pipeline quality, hence can be fed directly to the national pipeline grid without much treatment. Production of methane gas from coal bed would lead to demethanation of coal bed and avoidance of methane emission into the atmosphere, thus turning an environmental hazard into a clean energy resource. Because of paucity of time, easiness of the subject, I have given here a note. You please read further the potentials and limitations about exploration in India. You will find in Google or any other material, okay, in government website, any other material. It's very simple reading, very light reading, you will understand in 5 minutes. But here, it will just be a waste of time if I explain. So please read further about the potentials and limitations. Now, agriculture, there is a repeated answers, question that has been asked in UPSC regarding agriculture. Sugarcane has already been asked, something related to industry. Cotton has already been asked. And last year there was a question. The Britishers cultivated tea till Darjeeling, but they didn't went beyond Darjeeling. What is the reason? Actually, see, the answer was very simple, and I think most of you have answered, but for the benefit of entire class, the only reason is the altitude. The altitude becomes very high, and you know, as we go up high, temperature reduces. So the final result is because of the temperature reduction. Temperature reduction, they didn't went beyond Darjeeling. So the answer is just, if you just know the temperature or the temperature factor, you can get 5 marks. And other value addition you can do by drawing diagrams and showing some indication where the particular place is. Okay, so agriculture is very important section, and when we talk about agriculture, we become a little bit bored, because you open an agriculture section of geography, you will find rice, wheat, everything. You become bored. Okay, but agriculture, if you understand in a particular fashion, it will become very interesting. And who knows, after listening to this, you might want to become an agriculturalist rather than going for UPSC. So please pay your undivided attention for just 5 minutes. For agriculture, nothing to do. Just try to remember this, the ISO height of India. ISO height is what? Line joining the same rainfall, the same rainfall, ISO heights, okay? This is very important. See, other factors are important. The condition of soil, the altitude, everything is very important, the temperature. But one of the most important deciding factor, especially when it comes to India, is the rainfall pattern. The rainfall will determine the type of agricultural practices that will happen. Can you see this? This is given in mm, okay? So you divide it by 10, it becomes centimeter. You see this, this is 1000. Just follow the pointer, please. So right here we start from Punjab, Haryana region, Delhi, Uttar Pradesh, MP, we come down Maharashtra, Telangana, AP, okay? This is a line. What does it mean? From this eastern side, the rainfall, the temperature rainfall is more, less. This is more than 100 centimeter, less than 100 centimeter. Now this line determines the area of wheat and the rice growing area and the wheat growing area. Okay, you just need to remember this, nothing. And suppose if you become agriculturalist, if you want to plant rice, please go into this area. Don't venture here. It will be a loss enterprise. Okay? Now, let us come and see. So this will determine, and this is, see, the monsoon goes here, struck here, travel this direction. So see, can you see a gradual increase? 1,400, 300, 200, it goes like this. Now, it's a mistake. Actually, it is not 200, it is 2,000, okay? Southwest monsoon comes here. Here is a Western Ghat. This is how a physiography is determining the rainfall. Western Ghat, 2,000, 1,000, but you look here, it is 700 only because of rain shadow area. Okay, and here see, gradually it decreases. Gradually it decreases. 700, 600, 5, 4, 3, 2. And what we find here? Desert. Okay, because it is only 20 centimeters of rainfall. Okay, So this is how. Now, if we come to rice, let us see. It is one of the most important food crop. Just go through. I'll just see. It's a tropical. When it is a tropical plant, always remember it requires high temperature and moisture content. Okay, all these are, and the rice region in India, as I have already shown you, see, temperature, this rainfall, in any of this region it can be brought. So there is no specific location for rice. It is grown in different climatic conditions. Accordingly, they are named as, if it is in lowland, it is known as wet or lowland cultivation or rice. If it is in high location, it is called terrace cultivation. Okay. The most important point is this: two tree crops in a year is in south, but only one in north. Means 2 tree crops can be grown in a year time, that is in 12 months in the southern part of India, but only one crop in North India. Why? What is the reason? Okay. Anyone? Yes? Yes. See, modern temperature, the only thing is northeast monsoon. There is availability of northeast monsoon in the southern part of India, but in the northern part of India, we don't have 2 monsoons. We only have 1 monsoon. 1 monsoon, only 1 possibility of cultivation. 2 monsoon, 2 possibility. Just remember in that way, okay? So see, all this you just read by yourself in the PowerPoint. I'll be giving you the PowerPoint. But the important point is this one. And this type of questions are only asked in UPSC these days. They don't ask like where this rice is, but they will ask what is some unique feature about this, okay? Next, we go for wheat. Why wheat cultivation decline east of Varanasi? The simple thing is rainfall. Okay, because 100 centimeter ISO height is the determining factor whether that area will grow rice or wheat. Okay, but you will ask me another question. You will ask me, Punjab and Haryana comes on the western side of 100 centimeter ISO height, but why there is cultivation of rice on Punjab, Haryana? It is irrigation. And how irrigation? We say cultivation industrial policy. Yesterday we have seen, while looking at the industrial location of India, we have seen 2 factors, 2 major factors, that is geographical and non-geographical. In geographical, that is about the availability of raw material and other aspect. On non-geographical factors, we have seen capital, many things. Under that category, there is a one section that is known as government policy. So can you link up between how a geography has been completely changed because of a government policy? So such kind of linkage you need to bring, and you need to appreciate such kind of linkages. Okay? It is rain-fed kharif crop in India except in Tamilnadu. Why? Yes? Yes? It is also the same answer, okay? South, northeast monsoon. It is rain-fed kharif crop in India except in Tamil Nadu, because in Tamil Nadu, maize is a rabi crop. Because during winter season, it gets rain. That's why it can grow rabi crop during this season, okay? So for maize also just remember, and I won't be taking all the crop, okay? I am just giving you an orientation. When you read any section regarding agriculture, please read accordingly. Because of the limitation of time, we cannot afford to explain each and every detail. All I'll be doing is giving you a certain direction through which you go along, okay? These are major crop area, we'll just skip. See, cotton, last time there was a question related about cotton textile industry. And this is regarding about the cotton cultivation. One important question is why time of sowing and harvesting differ in different parts of the country. See, coal in India produced in many states. cotton, okay. But in a very broad scale, you can divide the region of cotton growing in India into three particular types. The first is Punjab, Haryana, Rajasthan, and a little bit of Gujarat, this region. That is one region. The other is this, Maharashtra, this one. And the other is southern India. Okay, three regions. And in all the three regions, the time of sowing and time of reaping is different. And my question is why? Why time of sowing and harvesting differs in different part of the country? And UPSC might ask such question, and there is a possibility. See, in Punjab region, it is cotton takes around 6 to 8 months. So in Punjab region, it is April to May. That is, they sow in April to May, and before January, they used to harvest. In peninsular India, in October, and they used to harvest in the month of May. Okay. Now, why in Punjab they used to sow? The sowing season begins early and try to harvest before December and January. Any reasons? Yes. And what? Please continue. You are in the right direction. Please tell me.
Rainfall will be there and frost will be there.
Yes, exactly. Exactly, that is the answer. Because see, frost is the enemy of cotton plant. Okay, so what will happen is Punjab region after this, because of western disturbance, they need to, because of environmental condition, they need to harvest before December and before January. But on the southern India or the peninsular India, they don't have that restriction, because you don't have western disturbance on the southern part of India. Understood? See, jute cultivation, you know the region. This is the region, okay? Now, one simple reason for pre-monsoon shower we have discussed yesterday, and about the easterlies. That brings pre-monsoon shower to northeast part of India and no other part in India. And that becomes very important for jute cultivation. And that is one of the reasons. Availability of alluvial soil, population, everything is important, but this is also a very one significant important. So if question asks regarding why jute is grown in this region, this, if you can add this point, it will really make your answer distinct from the other aspirant. Okay, oilseed, just go through. These are plantation crop. Coffee. Let us see. Because tea has already been asked, I am not going to take tea because they have asked about the Darjeeling region. Okay, last year. Let us go for coffee. These are traditional areas, the southern part, and these are non-traditional area. Non-traditional area means I will explain to you. But before that, coffee grows in hot and humid, means it's a tropical crop. It cannot tolerate frost, high temperature above 30 degrees centigrade. Okay, now, northern and eastern slope preferred. Why? Because for coffee cultivation, at the height between 600 to 1600 meter above mean sea level, the coffee is usually grown on the northern side and eastern side, not on the western side or the southern side. Any reasons? The reason is very simple.
Direction.
Yes?
Direction like
Yeah, direction of sunlight, okay. Because, you know, the the intensity of sunlight is maximum after noon. After 12, okay, after noon. So, say this eastern side, sun rises, afternoon sun is more intense. So, the reason is, it cannot tolerate above 30 degrees centigrade, okay? It cannot tolerate above 30 degrees centigrade. So it needs to grow on the eastern side. The other factor is, why on the northern side? Because you know, equator, orientation or the movement of apparent, it is not an actual but apparent shift of sun ray towards the polar region is towards this. So it becomes, if there is a mountain range or a hill or a mountain, on the southern side there will be a sunlight, but on the northern side it will be free of sunlight. That is one of the reasons, and this is a distinct characteristics of coffee cultivation region. Okay. Account for higher altitude. Why higher altitude? Because, why? Because the same thing, it cannot tolerate high temperature above 30. So they used to go higher up. Say for example, there is two regions, okay, they would prefer the higher up because they need to remain themselves below 30 degrees centigrade. And see, this area was the first one to grow coffee in India, but it has extended to this area, the entire northeast and the Orissa, Telangana and Andhra. If you just see this region are populated by a significant amount of tribal populations. Okay, so it is a conscious decision of the government of India to empower the tribal population of India to expand the coffee area into this non-traditional area, because they provide, if not an ideal condition, at least they provide some condition which you can grow for coffee. Okay, so they have expanded to this area, and these are known as non-traditional areas. In exam, there can be a question about why in non-traditional area, and the answer is very simple. In rubber plantation, there is some structural transformation that is happening in India, and that structural transformation is, before, initially the rubber plantation were occupied by big multinational companies or big planters, European planters, even Indian. But these days, because of this is also because of government policy, it is becoming disintegrated. Means now you won't find big planters. It has been, small unit. Individual grows in his own field. That is one of the major structural transformation that is taking place in the rubber sector. Okay. This I will explain it. Straight away we will go to the next slide. That is the remaining portion which I wanted to discuss about yesterday. Today, actually the topic is about geographical features.